Minkara.
Tashi.
Tashi, do you give your permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use this interview?
Tazude on the Lindish Nangidoa, on the La Palara, the Bomba, the Chagin, the Palara, the Karimindus Lendraya, Karimindus, the Chagin Bomba Yorwa. Yes.
Thank you for offering to share your story.
The Palara and the Lamba, the Yamunazim do Shigis, on the down to Shugus.
During the interview, if you wish to take a break or stop the interview at any time, please tell us.
This is the third in each the Kima deola, any percent in the Goina, Chimbata, Sobada, the Nuna, any Mansulana Jugo, Kimal Kagi.
If you do not wish to answer a question or discuss some issue, please let us know.
This is the two Kashila linking him on all the Dinita, linking just some Chagina, any Mansul Lashan and Jugo.
If this were shown in Tibet or China, would this be a problem for you?
He said, "They don't think on the Juma, Jumani, Perda, Ganado, Dena, Palarankangi, Samara."
No,
because I changed my name.
Okay. So let us begin. So I'd like to learn as much as I can about what your childhood was like in Tibet before the Chinese invasion. So perhaps we could start by telling me where you were born.
Kanyahong to the Lani, Palaranimada, Yami Mayun, Chundigan Girl Dera, one the Nigun, how we to do this. Ineta, Tamatamo, Tambo Harikis, Palaran Kesaki, such a quarter.
I
was born in Yangtze.
In Gangse. And how big a place was Gangse?
Yangtze is such a chili country. It's one district and it's big.
Oh, were you born in a particular town or village?
Palaran Kesa, the Shija Rojil Kere, and Yangtze is Zongoran Kere. I was born in a village in Yangtze.
And how many people were in your family?
Palara Pele, you do like me, Kajuya.
Nami Naranga Balada Amalaja, Naranga Walla Pushi, Punga Palahi.
Our father, mother, and I have 5 youngers.
5 younger children. And what did your parents do for work?
A crying sound is coming.
What?
She's crying.
No one knows what it is. We must continue.
언제 빨라라 이제 파마페기라 언제 초답 가르치고 다 신갈 답고래 신발에 그래.
Singare.
My parents were farmer.
And what kind of crops did they raise or animals did they farm?
아니 신가면 내 답고라 신가 가르 답고 데다 내 초다 내 답고라 아니 심지 그래가리래.
Grow. Tama. Then to. Then 좀 더.
Beans, wheat, and do.
Tama.
Okay. And did you go to school or have to work with your parents?
아니 빨라라 춘주인들가 랍답두게 파마님들 야친디게.
나 중중이 로군냥 잡을 줄 거래.
When I was a child, I joined monastery in 9 years old.
When you were 9 years old. And before you were 9, before that, do you have any special memories of your village or herding your animals or any games that you played?
로골 더 주라. 로골 더 맞으면이다. 전부는 수유돼. 아니 신가다 된다베다 심지어다 때문에 좀 수유돼.
근데 신가들이 된 수는 아마 야고에서 점 그런 젠도 젠데.
I don't remember working in the fields because my parents were rich. So I remember, what I remember is when I play games.
And what were the kinds of games that you remember playing?
쯤은 가리떼기도 재밌어요. 쯤.
점라. 점은 다 뒤에 부 중중들에서 탁중 자야 잡을 텐데다. 근데 그래서 근데 배자 굳이 자야 잡을 텐데 뒤에 되는 거지.
I used to play escaping, and there's a game which we played with stones.
And did you do that with your friends or by yourself?
근데 쯤은 저보다 동문님들 지금 수집을 쓰게
푸틴데만도 부모님도 지금 말이야.
with my male friends.
And did your parents or any of your relatives or elders in the village ever tell stories of Tibet of the past?
아니 언제 빨라랑 이디가라 빨라랑 주주 아자 미치에다 파마주도아 니마니마 표에 간디도 주라 언제 거라 dum도 되네다 거도 시대.
내시에요 뭐 누구를 봐.
No, they haven't tell anything because we are staying in a village.
And was there ever any wandering entertainment troops that came around the village to perform that you remember?
아니 봐줘 니 룽바시만이 셰다와도 올려다 되네 인디도 참아쓰기도 했어.
진짜 누구는 아주 대신주지 근데로만 참 작사라고 된대다. 열여사라고 동안 그들 야마 참 지하실 때 되죠.
There were special ceremonies like cham and loser. I used to go to other places.
And did you enjoy watching those ceremonies?
한 두제도 로서다 참다 되는데 아니 기우도했어 기우 추무제.
기부도 되도 보고 충전로 와.
Yes, I enjoyed because I was child that time.
Okay. So at 9 you went to the monastery, and did your parents send you, or did you ask to go?
로고는 저주라. 저주 파마기 땅서 발라랑 대바신 도임에.
엄마가 땅수.
My parents sent me.
And did you want to go?
발라랑 대바도 예 언제디.
뒤에 대봐요.
Yeah, I want to go.
And when you got to the monastery, what was the name of the monastery that you went to?
곰바지 주라 로고라. 곰바디기 민카라.
냉이 시딩스. 냉이 시딩.
니니 시팅. 니니 시팅.
싱.
And was this a big monastery or a small monastery?
곰바디 친구지래. 곰바 친구시래.
공부다 시공 잡아 깨주고 좀 시어 말이야.
곰바 기마데오라 친구.
전부 지난 그 전부요. 잡아 깨주고 좀 시어 말.
It's a big monastery, around 80 to 90 monks.
80 to 90 monks. And what was a typical day for you in the monastery like?
아니 곰발디다 치모 모임바도다. 남규다 만다와 니마지 거디 충수에서 기우던데.
주부들은 당원조도 참다든데 그도다 다 르사다고 그랬더니 연내에 그도든데 도저히 당겨 얻어봐. 디디님 말에 이렇게 기고요. 그냥 치어거나 전되고.
The typical days were in Lhasa when playing chums, and there is a party in monastery a day.
Those sound like special days, but what was your average day like?
남균이 다 가리 또 언제다 니치더라다 아니 남균 균돈 가르치디요 추치디요
당신 균주전에 때는 쇼가 본다 소알도 ningun pesa de lobere 기간 요래. 배자는 거.
I learned holy scriptures.
You studied scriptures. Do you remember what the monastery, the smells of the monastery, what it smelled like? Do you remember what the monastery smelled like? Did it have a particular smell that you still remember to this day?
언제 다 곰발 디디가 치마 간디도 스케이레서 곰발라 치마 야고도 케이레 두자도 케이레 간디도 스케이레서
지난 그 낭을 대월에 장한테 요러 봐. 정말 도자인데 가야요 말. 디모다엔 디번은 지금 스탠드 주야다 지금 좀 심부터는 자기는 요 말. 지난 그 장만 되죠.
When it's clean and it's better than my home, but it's not. There's no such articles like room perfumes.
Yes, I wasn't thinking that it smelled bad, just that it had did it have a particular smell that when you have that smell today, you think of that monastery?
다 단다 점바 수디고라 니마파게라 점바 두절레 믹스에기 점마가야 줘라 다 벤지 뼈기 점마다 가리니 점마 줘라 점이 점마다 점마 믹스에는데 단다 점바 수기돼
근데 대수 문도 얘네들 주변에서 디원은 시 요마르와 대대서 속으로 점마다 오지요.
뼈 점마도
근데 현재 정말 도자든데 요마.
수군 점마게라
정말 대대 놀이 잡을 때도.
I don't remember such things. What I remember is sometimes our body stinks.
Yes, there were many people living together in the winter.
Mi mambu devora ni mista mo 점마게라
시단 그 주변에서 요마로 속으로 두야도 근데 주주 요마 너무 다르네.
It's too cold over there.
It was very cold. Yeah. And how many years were you in this monastery?
또 곰발라 로가 주스 랑알 데메
로군에 로 축구 받으시도 로 빠지 구지 대인사.
around 9 years, from 9 to 19 years.
9 to 19, okay. And during that time, did you, I don't know how to say this, did you rise in rank in the monastery? Did you start from a low monk and then gain some kind of stature?
근데 저걸 담보 로불 주라. 근데 공사 로파체 란저 주아니 진 란저 데데.
그래서 스타일 말이 다 먼저 공부들라 다 로니 때문에 신라라고 주는 계지지야지 로직이요. 근데 마진지야 로직이요. 근데 고사파야 요만 다가리. 근데 취업을 했는데. 이게
I didn't got permission. 1 year I worked as a sweeper. 1 year I worked as a cook. And after that, it's usual.
It was just the usual. And what was the thing you liked the most about being in the monastery?
곰발 디두가라 망슈도 데게자 가시 망슈도 가릴 가기도다. 취시할 가기도 랴실 가기도 가릴 가기도다. 곰발 디슈랑.
디즈모라 리버라 제탈 쳔비에서 취지야 거는 그 내가 된데 꾸디드는 부금이기네. 그 빠페자다고 두인 바 내가 디치게 뭐 빠페자다고 기간가 두고
That time I have a good memory power, so I like to study Holy Scriptures rather than working. When they ask me where I want to go, I used to say that I want to study Holy Scriptures.
And what was the thing you disliked the most about being in the monastery?
That church had in Gawara. The Gombal did Kondo Mashudo Magaya Sashudu Karildo Gombal did. Gombal did Shuranga Magaya Sashudu Jora, Kondo Sayadu Jora. Maga susna mando ado chundi karilido.
정말 예쁘고 너도 투고쇼를 잡고 된다다. 그 기간의 양 기간 그 그런 감각도 봐도 투고쇼야 잡고 제잡 연구해 봐. 근데도 내 심범을 주잡 연구하는 것이 지당도 그렇게.
I was unhappy when monks were fighting among themselves, and the teachers of the monks they were quarreling among themselves.
When they were quarreling, what were they fighting about?
Only the karidonda zingoreesa buda the gains.
말다 지금 ngachasabu yoro ba kalise ko da chala da phaya soya chen che mo de boru da ba jida je yang ya man de ko to la je ngai chala mindu sing ngai chik pa du nes ko de sheg yoro ba chine to ba mo de sida ma la kai
Because of the misunderstanding of articles things.
You mean like things were missing from someone and someone thought somebody took it and so they started fighting?
Chala dindala da se show le de mijik chala la mi shimbai sal tong on sin tuwa show on dindala. Yes.
And when did you said you were there and from till you were 19 years old? Were you also able to visiting your family frequently while you were in the monastery?
곰바 디슈가 파마다니 투월라 두개는 양생시 두개 가지스 두개 로직.
저저 먼저 다 좀을 소 전부 유리되는 공부를 때 그래 봐. 소아도로 뒤에 비자되고. 전 좀 전에야 나와를 해서 자꾸 정했는데 줄을 땡기는 거로 공상구라. 잡아고라. 뒤에 소소소 북에 소소 나를 넣어도.
니마 정하스 니 나와지.
나와지.
I used to go within 15 days or 1 month.
During the year.
로직 날 디가스 두 도와라.
로직 나오는데 또.
When did you notice things were changing?
또 고말 dus 데라 로추고 티수 교와도도 근데 다 가지 통소 가지 하고서
좋아돼.
티수 dus 교와도라
맞아.
아니 가지 하고서 예윈 dus 되게 교와도
야 진짜지 당근에 개미를 주든 좋아도 주고 얼어봐. 칼리 칼리는 좀 줘야 돼. 야마 두지 전에 이 개미가 나가서만 다지 지세는 봐줘. 당 미든 야는 모두 지세는 봐줘. 근데 따가 집에 얼어봐. 근데 그 좋아도 된 주고도
when Chinese came, I noticed change as they are making roads.
You noticed them making roads. And when you saw them, what did you think was going on?
빨라는 교와도 랑가도 söd야 되는 교와도 왜 통라. 빨라는 삼줄 가리도 있음선데디.
그래서 저거까지 된 거를 배워서 재미 세기도 의미가 상당하다. 만약에 된 컴퓨터 저희 대용 저는 가지는 거를 게 그건도 그 있는 가지는 거를 강한데 뒤에서 재미 두자인데 지금도 당한 좀 이벌에 미치게나도 되는 얘기를 다시 내게 시기도.
I thought that time that Chinese will invade our land one day, and even some people from come arrived in our country, arrived in my place, and they said that Chinese were creating problems in their place.
What kind of problems did you hear?
근데 다 간바도 저 누구도 당도 nhập 주도 당는 야 틀레라. 가리 누구 당는 포세.
재미고 소주 사자세. 되는 가리지 그래. 고자도 싸다고 심무사. 된 농변나는 된 망도 비정님만에 부모전 연구도 된 마저도 된 고조 파이징가 조진서 미망고 세리지도 단 니마치 디벌레ትን 시그리스 된 데께서 그러시.
Yeah, I heard that, and some people said that Chinese invaded come, and they were fight frequently, and they killed many Tibetan peoples. And as the day passed by, the number of Chinese were increasing in come.
And then you saw Chinese in your area. How long was it before they came to the monastery?
다 재미 두시니 다 발라라 문발레라. 문발레데 아니 남성 공발레세.
남성 공발레 마소. 된 장지종 이해윤티보다 탕탕 여러와 전진나는 konjebe 보리전대 그 걸리다 먼저 전에 레센트 세벌 두던 중요 먼저 전으로 두종야면에 공청부터 되는 그런 거 사야 제가 메말라 대저 다 강한다고 되기도 됩니다.
Chinese came in my village, and they said army came, and they used to buy food from us, and even if we don't have food, they used to pay high prices on the food.
They paid high prices? I'm not sure I understand.
아니 다 고주기 저다 대든들 비싸 먹무티다.
많이 비싸가면 좀 뛰어봐. 또 영화적으로 봐도 또 덕주고로 수준 농벌을 맞아야 미거지. 영화적으로 좀 혼자 비싸고도 된 교와지 교부시고 있어.
As there was when there was a scarcity of wheat and rice, they used to pay high prices to Tibetan people.
High prices or low prices?
High prices.
So they gave a lot of money?
아니 다 주다 테 뉴뉴 비드여라. 아니 개미즈 비싸 먹무티고라. Yes.
And you felt that was a good thing?
아니 발라라 삼줄라 디 비싸 먹무티 야고레 삼무제.
야구레선 덕주들 내가 우리 배점하고 좀 푸, 뭐라도 강아지고 그러고.
I don't think that was good, because for the time being it's good, but for the future it will be it has a bad effect.
I understand. In the short term, it was good, but not for the not in the long term.
Yes.
Were you left with any food yourself?
아니 발라라 온디 칼라도 딱다야 온디 파기데데.
완전히 공부하려도 칼라라고 요르네. 딱다.
Yeah, in monastery we have sufficient food.
Okay. So the situation was the Chinese were there. So far there was no major problem. They were buying the food, and they were leaving you alone.
단다바 두시디고라 단나 온주 퀄리얼레나 다 게미도 두스 레로 팔라라 문발라. 두스테니 칼라다 주 레센트 뇨고라. 온디 아니 강이 친구들이 온디도 강이 친구들이 요마라. 레스스칼라.
네, 진짜로 강아요. 근데 림도고 배자 표현 좀 붙여서 봤더니 루당 강가 사야 보는 거랑 거 수저지. 메마들한테 저도
Yeah, for the time being we didn't face any major problem.
Then what happened?
And the diesel 같이 소니.
디젤을 되는다. 인도한테 야고 마주나데 매만 강아 총어라 봐. 도시에 개미를 되네. 된 개미 로징이 그러니까 개미들 나가도 주시 담에 되면 용기 되는 먼저 선배 기부라 마중으로 봐. 컴바든 저거 된데 강아 체거다 주로 가지고 뭐 체사를 세. 그래서 대시에라 봐. 되게 먼저 선배는 다 먼저 님은 저도 보용 그래 something.
That year the agricultural yields were not good, and as some people said that Chinese have created lots of problems to them. We are worried that one or other day the China will create problem to us.
And how long was it before a problem occurred?
딱강이 친구도 용으로 하다. 개미 냠주도 다 하고라. 근데 또 로가 저스파를 그저 야보신 데래다.
너 두든지 야고센 되버려 건데. 내가 그저 다 바지 마다 저도에 인사로 바지 해선 개미 캔하리 강전 캔하리 시가되는 캔자로 와. 또 고도 수치를 쳐도 미편전 쳐들. then 담아 거리 나가 수는 거리 보라리에서 then 고 dob진 저거 찾아러 봐. then 완전 보라 연구시 부당자.
For 6 or 7 years they were good and they stay along us. And after that they captured Shigaze, Jiangxi and Lhasa. And they are making roads.
So for 6 or 7 years. So what year did they first come? Do you remember?
The Lotrux twins the Gemi do sin de there apala. On the Gemi Tamanamo Purely to Sajal the lead the Apala Sajal leader. On the Chikdong will be Hazuswe.
저기 저는 저 무슨 매주면이지나. 담불로다 양들로야.
1951 or 52.
Oh, 1952. So they came very shortly after the revolution.
On this Singdu Langsas and Lamsa, this gender doasa. Shipshigun Jela. Singdu Lara, that's only jail Lamsa, Tangapung Azilera, Lamsali doasa, Palara Lumbala.
만에 해산에 진짜질러 이게.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. And during those years, those first years, did life on in the monastery was it fairly normal?
Lotang Abjung Azil Gemilera, Abjung Azing Anila. Only the Gomba Missy and Namunis, Ranjara.
나.
Namunish Kumado, Namudu Dodida, Gemigaruchio Mara.
다 개칭만 담불로지.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah. Okay. So you were living in the monastery, and the Chinese were in their camps, but there were no problems.
And in the Palaras the Gomal Devora, Gemis the Kurgan Pashijadel Devora, and the Kanishiras Yumda.
뒤도 점땡만 담불에서도 가게칭만 두루고 로로치고 맹간 라고든데 뒤디고 나자 좀 저도치고. 그 주로 걸리걸 두두두 당하는 거.
Yeah, we don't have any problem with them. Even they set up medical hospitals, and some people who are ill, they used to take to the hospitals. Slowly and steadily, they shown their true colors.
How did they do that?
When the Kaligal in the Durdura, when Kandistos are Durdu.
그 가르자가 보고 된 라브란 티기 있어가 이제 세자마 되니 당진에 해산에 마 자나 땅 보고 그런 땅 두고라 그거 치리 치제 보고 되게 동라 그 오고 땅다 담문을 좀 되게 있어 되니 밤마다 보고 그런 가다는 뭐 지. 그 도시 있던 거.
They used to say that they are taking Tibetan children with them because they said that they want to educate them. First they will take to Lhasa, after that Jiangxi, and after that to China.
And you saw them do that? They just took children away?
Kugu inde sinda buki ani Lhasa duski ganal market ora inde palara tongse.
동 마선데 된 계제도 구구려 봐. 맞아 고만 돼야지. 된 보고 거링이 줘서 숨 줘서 세더니 계제 구구도 그러다. 당불로 좀 제가 저한테 걸리길 티로 막.
I haven't seen. I heard. Even I heard that children of 2 trucks or 3 trucks were taken by Chinese.
Okay, so those were the rumors that you heard.
Onde 계속 고조 주말에 문에래.
그러니까 공주는 뭐냐래.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not true, but this is what you heard. You didn't see this yourself.
빨라랑 보라 통메라.
동요마도 거예요. 좀 완전 뭐 보고 가지 줬다.
Yeah, that's true.
정부 장들로 돌아와. 장들은 파티 된 주모 술래 뭐 좀.
Yeah, that was true. First they take to Jiangxi, then Lhasa, then to China, and they haven't returned back.
Okay. And And tell me what happened next after that.
And the DJ Karidoshista.
Di jula tena baje kaji ngab jang ngabune so ne singru nang rewa tena ko tena topsu chen ba ka ka ne ba ma taw ni ba ten tu se
Then in 1958 or 59, the problem arose, and they attacked Lhasa.
Right. And how did you hear about that?
And the Lhasa Lama Gerland, Palaran, Susan Koso, and this was.
nga ti zen zedan na yo zedan chu chu kun ro yo
Shishon Mangmimbe.
mang mi ro yo kumba ne chu do jang chu kun mang zedan na yo ta sa ma je de
That time I was in Zedang, and I joined Chushikondo Army.
Oh. So, okay, let me understand. You were, but first you were in the monastery, is that true?
Tangbopala Gombalero.
yo re
Yes.
And then when you heard that the Chinese had attacked Lhasa, and you saw what they were doing, you joined the Chushigandru?
And Palaran Tangi Gombal dus station, Jelta Lhasa Ma Gerla, and Nipalara dus Gomba Yuchi part with Chushikon Mambuzura.
chu kun no ro yo
Yes.
ma ding do kambo ta ba ji yo ma ju ko man kamba ju ko ding do to
I was accompanied by another monk.
I see. And how did you know where to find them?
And Palaran Pake Chushikon Mangmijura, the Langadunza, Kandis Jumbe, Kandis House.
jang bu jang zen do na nga je ro re nga je ne to zon zedan de
First I went to Jiangze. There's a place called
nga je
Nangaze. After that I went to
to zon
Huazhong.
tene zedan
From there I reached Zetang.
And then Tsetang was the Chushigandruk was in Tsetang?
Chushikondo Mangmidi Pagila Yorada.
ma ga chi ju de
Yes.
zedan
The biggest camp is in Zetang.
And when you arrived there, what did you see?
The Pagila Zetang Leoda Nimagana Kartons.
na
Zetang Lera, Leoda Kartons Palarangi.
ka thong ma so ko tene ngai ro ba khamba ji ro ba ko kuran le nang ba so ga ti so ten de ru te ten ya ma ya ru ji de ma ro ma ro ten ma ro ten na kon ba so ti ju to kon ti ju to ten chen
As I said, I was accompanied by a monk who is Kampa. We stayed in army camp, and whenever they ordered, we used to go wherever they sent. And in night, we used to go for duty.
Yes. But what I would like to know is when you first arrive in the Chushigandruk camp, what did your eyes see? Did you see many people on horses? Did you see, what did you see?
당보라 재단 내려와. 아니 재단이 이제 빨라랑 가르동세 땅 망부로 동세 미 망부 여기로 동세 미기 가르동세 미기 다른 문 따지가 마간디 통하다.
na bo ten tang bu ta da ma mi mang bu chi ta du ten kon da je thup ja ko da la nga du ma da ta din ng ba tu sha mi di ge da sak di ka ro ten na kon mo de mi ma ga ji so ro ba gun bu ri sa
가리가리 통수 언제 나오? 따다디는 통수와.
ta du
당보리가
tong
망부 통세.
so
When I first arrived there, I saw lots of horse and people, army in that camp.
And who is the leader?
언제 저가라 고치도 수레 먹밀지.
na
먹밀 주라. 근데 고치도 수레.
mo ji ji dang ge ko so kan ben le mi sho ga ri de bu je ri yo ro ba ma ju ko je di ja kon di ra du nga wa de
라퉁가와.
ra du nga wa de dil ni yo de
There is a group, and every group has a leader. And my group's leader's name is Minkare
ra du nga wa
Radungawa. Now he's in Delhi.
Radungawa. And you were assigned to his group.
And Palara Radungawa digaji Nemdurada.
de sho ga de
Yes.
ya sho ga na
And what was your, were you a rifleman or a swordsman or a horseman? What did you do in your group?
Palara 이제 Palara 쇼가지라. 오늘 Palara 멘다경이래 니 티즈징이래 딱을 준 증이는 근데래.
nga the se mo ji men da ta yo ma de nga mo ko kham ko le yo ma ne ro
원래 또 지징이라.
ni ma ko ran so ma ga ne yo ma ta de men da yo ro ba nga ju pa ne so nung gu ne chu zo ro yong den den nga ju ka ga yo ma
I was swordsman as I came from village and I have only sword, no rifle.
I didn't hear that. You were what kind of man?
Swordsman.
Swordsman. Oh, swordsman. And did you have a horse to ride?
근데 Palara 망밀지 따여.
ta yo ma de 맨다 요마리 티군드라데
I don't have horse, I don't have rifles, I have sword only.
Okay, and how soon was it before you were in your first battle?
Only the Mami Jusara, Matamud Kadigame.
뭐 당보도 저런 시험도 뭐도 다 거기 먹으면 저거는 먼저 이건 소바천대요.
I don't remember. Chinese were firing and we are on the hilltop.
So the Chinese were chasing you.
Once Gemizo, then one Yamenda Shumagawara, Menda Shugora.
점이 맨다 저거 bomb 저거. 먼저 맨다 영어 좀 맨다 저거 점이 bomb 마 유거 야동 유거래. 먼저 이건 소바천대요.
Yes, we are on the hilltop and Chinese were chasing us.
Okay, and what happened?
And the next is that Gemiz one Menda Juduala, Nipala Regal Dera, Nikaridu Chinde, Menda Shunde, Karchide.
가까이 뭐 때문에 되거든.
Spies.
I was watching it.
You were a scout? You were watching the battle?
Palara Magi Tadia.
따지.
Yes.
소바천.
Yeah, I was spy.
I see. So when you say a spy, you mean you went out to see, as a scout, to see what the Chinese were doing and then come back and reported?
Palara Swine, Pado, and Gemiz Karigarichido, and only Sule and Ramami Lahore.
네뭐 인구 소바천 건다 진대셔 수마 건다 요거가. 인구 리간 대하러와 그 점이도 그들이 파도 점이 수준데 지도서 먼저 막아 미팅에 파도 세는 얘는 말레니 년대고 와. 자본
Yes, I have to stay on the hilltop and I have to gather information about the Chinese.
And then report it.
And
Yeah. And so the Chinese, when they were firing at you, did they continue to chase you, or did they stop and withdraw?
the Gemi was Mendashun de Dera, Mendashu, Mendashuba de so, young was Mendashun and Tis in Yaparanja Loduso.
맨다 쉬는 미 파도 저 저사라와 미통고 요마로 야 맨다 대 반대세 야 미통선 넘다면다 자고
The day there are Dusi.
땅 완전 이네 야 뭐좀 맨다 영어 좀 점미통선 넘다면다 빠져 점미통 마서나 맨다 맞아 대
Dusin de Badera.
두스 대대
Yeah, they stayed there, continue, and when they saw any Tibetans, they shoot, and if they didn't, then they
Stop firing.
stop firing.
I see. So they didn't try to attack further. They just attacked from a distance.
먼저 구조 막이 오라 gem이 맨다슈 오라 듄듄린 치우마라 다 개불은 다른 건 맨다슈 치우더라. Yes.
And then, what kind of actions did you go on? Were there night actions where you went out from your camp and attacked the Chinese?
네, gem이를 봐 맨다든지 슈도 gond아드론 인데 지금 인구를 맨다슈 오라 봐 gem이나.
맨다 또 통주전에 죽어라 점미 문제 보는 수분 문제 여러와 파소다 수분 도가 되게 주의 파도 되고는 만내 맨다 기간제 양 먼저 미ቆ나서 파이도 주도 얘는 만내 될 때까지 좀 모델로
gond아드 쇼게다 가디통이 슈오라.
가지 통나 좀 주고
We fire during day as well as in night. Whenever we see Chinese, we used to fire.
And so how long did this go on? These, I guess we would call them skirmishes between the Chinese and the Chushiganju.
또 dus 맨다슈르제 되라. 근데 나와지기랑 하더래. 나와니 되라. 니마 정화랑 하더라. 가지스랑
아주
하더라.
나같이 사즈도 인설이
나와지기
요즘 분 어디 바로 저로 가르지
about 1 month.
Did you think you had any chance to defeat the Chinese?
빨라랑게 다 게밀 쇼르땡 안주기다 배발 쇼 게밀 쇼르땡이래 좀 비겁데 통세.
근데 좀
쇼르땡
왔어
I didn't see any chance that time.
What did you think would happen to all of you?
빨라란다 상미 배워먹는 상말 가르치기래 섬제 언제들.
당연히 뭐지도 아주 번거리 상황에서 가서 본들에 줘야 되는 민도가 된다. 완전히 지금 건주 영화들 맨날에 요리 누군 없이 주주 요리 아주 명예절 가가요 말이 그다 도도도 대가 잘마다 가가요 민도.
I thought that time that one of the other day we will be defeated because they have lots of army, and in our army some people have guns, but some people don't have.
Yes. And and still, though, did you feel that you yourself might die fighting?
빨라랑 딘데도 섬세, 당가 딩기딩기 시기래도 섬세.
디디전 다지 니마지도 시기라마다 타기를 삼바다 자원민도 가지는 그런 밤도 merjodan 두소야 그러면도와 니마지 고즈 민가만 여러와 니마지 시기를 삼바다 근데 자갈래 삼바 견토 미 semura tema.
Yeah, I thought that one of the other day I might die because they have endless artillery, bombs and guns.
And at this time, did you have any word from your family, how they were?
Only the Tapalara Mangmi Lera Tedala. Only the Galata Nangmida, the Nicola Kizaru Lane to Jose, the Ori do.
Junior Kwaya Martin didn't dying in that shit.
I never heard anything from them.
So these skirmishes went on for a month, and then what happened?
The dog is Palarama again there and diesel culture.
This is the Nimaji Kunjin has an superior, that has all a march of water. Tamatama Kunjin Chica Jews are cities on Nimaji, that one Panaya, the pension was chewing on the younger days, that was on younger days. That was the subject is that in the Takajon, the cheese and facing tradition days was there. Then Tamatama Toranka Jina, that robot is sent to Nikanea to be on that.
That time I heard that the war was going in Lhasa, and I heard that His Holiness escaped from Tibet. And even we heard that the Chinese armies were coming in boat to attack us. So we are ready to run with the horse.
And so you heard that the Dalai Lama had escaped.
Yes.
Yes. And what were your thoughts when you heard that?
The young children don't know the Mikanga cigarette town, so Congressio Samajo, Sul Caldrona Masita, the magic Nangakana, Tagamaris, Sujon.
That time I thought that if His Holiness escaped, then we should go after him, because if Chinese stop the border, then we won't get chance to escape.
Yes, I see. So what did you do then? What happened next?
The digital catches and 13 good year children.
That in it, Mipura Mane, some Tarawa, Tata Kakayo, Mare, Kubajan, Yumazota, Kuyumama, Jangas, Kangan, the days of some Santenda, social station shows, a Yakalikali, Samba and Sambaka Hores, Lion and Laka Hores, and then you mentioned Kazamazo collecting to do on the Indians, Reduma in the Lord. Then one just shop at the new test. Then the matter to do the Shokamango Yorova, on the Jacomari, the Dam Jacomari, Shokamango Yorina, Sedan, on the Maka Chishi.
All the Shushikando's army were gathered, and we are ordered that we have to go, keep on fighting, and if there were breach with Chinese were standing, we have to fight until we are alive.
So your orders were to keep fighting as long as you could.
Jingzimba tamashiba jingzimba don't dilara.
On the Laka or Sambaka ways, the Kazu to do Jingi and Kazu Kaza, Madunatin, Kalikali, so some dangerous and good one. Then I Chungian and Purayati, Toyota.
Yes, we have ordered that we have to fight on mountains, on the beaches.
And so what kind of battles followed this? What happened?
And when the mark did was Zimba, the Sambada reader.
Kanga Kayorava, took out Toyagramido, Ansena, Menda Yunga, Tayunga, Sembeti, Latibago, and the Kama, the Yagan to be into the Sobaran and to go. Tell me money, Merichokor and Merichokor and Merichokor and Piri. Nimatambuti. Nimani but the Cotten, Mana, Merja, Tago, Mikora, Yungo, number Yoni, number Namatin, do it and do the shouting the bar. She would tell you.
We are on the bridge and some are on the hills, and we have to stop the Chinese.
Yes.
And they are firing artillery to us when we were on the beach.
And if you would, please continue to describe what happened.
안 디젤 맨다도 슈 되지 게미 원 맨다 슈시라 메교 게라 안 디젤 가지소
미 그지 시요 그지 저 다다 여러와 그 너무 용서도 너무는 밤당 두디가 쳐버렸는데 다 또도 봐
게미 맨다 슈
맨다에는 너무는 맨다
some people some of Tibetan army got killed and some ran. Even there were lots of airplanes and they used to drop bombs and they fight from airplane.
And what were you doing?
근데 발라랑 같이 돼.
와서 두고 혼자 징기 용거라와 완전 돈 틀어주고 당연히 거신이 요마로 공부정 두고
I was running that time.
Because the Chinese were chasing?
그래서 게미즈 맨다들이 슈밤 슈처럼 원친 발라랑 쳐도 거라.
틀어주고 미간거 줘다
Yes.
맨다 미가 되게 틀어주고다 만들어놓으러와 뒤지 잡고 컨트롤주고
Those who don't have guns, they are running, and I don't have guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those who have guns, they have to fight back to China.
So, where did you run to?
오늘은 더 콜트도 메시지 콜리스.
지난해 야도 중계 맞아 개매시가 생각해 개매시가 그냥 공부하셔도 되네 야제 되네 일하게리 생각된다 되네 조가자 그리시가 생각돼 군중 비자스게 되는 난가지네 뭐라 되는 거다 군중 가자
콜리스 라스 타마도 사지 콜리스 튼.
타마타마티 디월러스 시가 지어 시가 전부 대단 되네 될래 몽골라 생각돼 타마티 티바도네
After that, I reached Mongola, place called Mongola.
Mongola. And Mongola was in Tibet or was in another country?
Mongola le de pegurana yore ganana yore gana yore koire.
몽골라 생각이 가가다 벽 산담 띄고 그러네 군중 되는 두두지 주자니 천안에 전 죽였나 그래 봐 먼저 몽골나라다 전 라틴 맞잖아 강기기다 되는 거 자tin 느끼는 맛이 좀 저요 조심을 했던
It's in Tibetan and Indian border.
I see, it's on the border. And did you and your fellow soldiers regroup there?
근데 몽골라 le de palada ani palara님도 멍미 멍보라 주시거든. 상마밖에 좀 세.
좀서는 다 직수적인 수준 강가는 리더지 다가는 좀 사서 지금 도마도로 도로 와 또 지금 주도 주게 발라 저게 지금 막 바기 전 도스래 몽골라 되는 먼저 제당 몽첼 몽골나는 말이야
Yeah, most of us gathered at Mongola, and most of the people of Chishikando who arrived in India came from Mongola.
From Mongola. And at that point, were you trying to cross into India, or were you trying to just stay there so you could fight another battle with the Chinese?
When you the Mongola liora, when you the Palarangita, Pula su twinle, Gagalapa twin do some so, Yamana Gamila Nama Jawa some so.
I don't know my day got to put among them and the young only but don't return to go to Tayong. I want to come back young as Zulu Kalikali, Mara Ponzi go to
That time we are not ready to fight, as the horsemen who are carrying guns were running before us.
Yes.
So we are after them.
Right, but were you waiting there for everyone to come back so then you may fight another battle, or did you think now we must cross the border and get away because we cannot win?
Tabagay de Mongola de dora. Tama Gawa some say, Yamina Magan and Shogure do some say, Yamina Gagal turn do some so only.
Did you Gagaji the Hakum, don't want to look at your same consequences? Timor attack to Yamashi, singing them, says you can Laza young and that young and don't show Sarawa. Don't want to come back on the Calical imagine issue, Calical continue to
All armies of Chishikandas are not ready to fight back. Most of, and I thought I don't know about the India, and I never heard about India before. So I thought to escape to Tawang, place called Tawang.
To Tawang. And what was the monk who joined the Chushigandruk with you? Did he survive?
팔라님들 님은 타와지님도 튼래라 주시는 몸은 좀봐 칸바죠. 아니 코 대열에 실사라.
코 그냥 님도 요래. 근데 드린상 코 되는 요 가서. 아산 신는 요래.
He was with me, and his still alive and he's in Assam.
He's in Assam. And you still have contact with him?
아니 저여야 된대.
저미 다 고고는 되는 당 가서 님만은 가가 대사리와 자가 렌 그건 가가 가자.
We don't have any contacts.
And during the time you were with the Trushigandruk, did you kill any Chinese with your sword?
다 발라랑 추징은 도망이 인데라 발라랑 게미진 세냐.
쌤머니 그 써야 쓴다. 게미지나로 그제 이제 통서 뭐지 민도 쓴다. 먼저 별 되는 게다 전부 여러 봐. 근데 감자 지도는 게미 무구도 생각하고 감바 통도는 게미 범위지 등 생각해. 근데 게다 전 부지지 다주 센터 지도 용도다로 와. 오늘 저는 그 자리를 저는 그 당만이 스미 통 뭐지 다른 거로 왔는데 세야 세 럭럭민도
No, I never killed Chinese at all. I saw them at the town, and it said that when I heard that when Chinese see the come raising the sword, Chinese used to cry, or they are scared.
So let me see. We were in the town of before Tawan. We were in the town of Mangola, and from there you went to Tawan.
Mangolani jineni Mangola dera lo gaje dembe and Mangola jineni tawang la dora.
망골라네 마찬 진짜 심배를 몇몇 벌러와 근데나 마찬이 되는 건조 다용해서 동라 걸리거든 줘서 되는 아주 좋을 당황인데
Tawang la dera. Yeah, from Mangola we went to Tawang.
To Tawan, and what was it like there?
Kande do istong sa Tawang la kyu chung le nam
당황을
che kare.
약간 좀 그래 센터에서 좀 사야다 되저러 봐 근데 그래서 걸레견 대 그제서 요 말와 당황을 센터에서 제대로 달리
In Tawang, government give us relief or subsidy. I mean to say rice and dal.
And how long did you stay there in Tawang?
Tawang la lo gaje sang dembe.
로데 뭐 자꾸 주정을 돼.
For 10 or 15 days I stayed at Tawang.
Were you happy to be there?
Tawang la ni go chung se den kyu chung se.
동안 되는가 기부스는 사야통에 여러 기부중.
I'm happy because we have food to eat.
Did you think that you would only be there a short time and then you would return to Tibet?
근데 다 Tawang ni ma ju chung as dera. 근데 다 del tisu ti sang re en jil phel lo re lo ra re do sam se.
sam마서 된다 가서 중국에는 막 자단을 쪼고래 그리고 좀 맨다 영화 좀 맨다 보라 중국 잠마셔서
I never thought that time that I'll be back to Tibet again because the government took away all the weapons from us.
Did you ever think you'd see your family again?
One day in any goni pamad is tose. Nangmi ta Tawang liora. Dijen ta pamada nangmi is tose.
생다를 전하고는 통해요.
No, not at all.
And how did that make you feel?
When the nangmi ni che madu den sira. Ta semba kyona lu chung da khandi lu so lu
그 선바전은 뭐좀 뒤주전에 도중주를 봤는데 지다도 보라 제사시 보라.
That time when I depart from my family, I was child, so I don't remember much.
Yes, but how did you feel thinking that you might never see your family again?
When sta pamada binjajen chi tung mare samra. Semba kyoso khandi soa khandi lu ske. Soa garbu ske meso.
뒤주 선바지가 맞서 갈로 중주를 봐. 선바주나 뭐 되네 봐. 사야 통에는 제를 봤더니 걸리걸리 막 용.
I was not upset because I am getting food to eat.
You were happy to be alive.
Palaranda sotara onchin pegaso eso.
가서 된.
Yes.
And what were the conditions like in Tawang?
Tawang la dera. Khandi lu isto da namshi da den sama khandi lu isto.
당원 남시도 뒤주전에 어제도 세바세스 왜 잡아지 단 당원 공부 야고도 와 시대 야고도 와 전지 통선에 기부자지 좀 신나다고 요마라다 개미 세계를 삼에 신나다고 요마리 도리시도 신나다고 요마라와 티주다죠.
That time it was rainy season in Tawang, and there are monasteries and stupas, so I feel happy and I feel quite safe.
Because you were among the monasteries and the stupas. And you said it was rainy season?
근데 이제 철들어 철로 기다.
저번에 생각 좀 되거든.
Yes.
Did you have shelter?
근데 대사로 강바도 예.
강원도 가까이 오면 지조도 같은데 대신 당원만은 농아진데 대해서 또 시작 농아 보는데 근데 대해서 야연 가까이 오면 이제 뭐 근데
We used to cut the trees and we make huts covered with plastics on the top.
Okay. And you were there 14 days, not a very long time. Where did you go from there?
다운하다 니마가 시시도 되라. 아니 언제니 다운이 다 걸되면.
당원이 되는 얘네 막 갈리갈리 범죄라 생각했다. 좀 갈리 공부하자. 나도 버리버리 쉬어야다. 지금 자세 구셔서 표현은 생이 몸이 땅 너니 매마 땅 근데 전에 버리 수니 머리 미니 계속 또 버리 땅.
Then I went to Bomdila. I walked to Bomdila.
You walked to Mandela.
공부했잖아.
Yes.
And how was your health?
오늘 이제 구수든지 간대에서 발라는 대우 총세요. 근데 수보다 강의를 좀.
맞아. 응아라도 되고요. 저 로칭도 봐.
Yeah, I was fine that time.
And what happened when you got to Mandela?
범딜랄레라 한 가르쳐요. 범딜랄레.
문들라네는 샤고직 때니 아니 마마 땅에서 나갈 메레센 되기 자동기 자유수에서 되는 몸이 된저와 아니 전부는 샤성한테 참모게 되게 두기 서지 돈데 되니 아삼 지승을 됐어. 무슨 말이야? 진짜 도든지 들을래서. 폰덴사 디서지도 폰덴스기도 서지지도 양자가 몸 편천부 되시고.
From Bomdila, I stayed Bomdila for 1 day, and after that I reached Ponde, which is near to Musamari.
And what was the name of that place again?
When the Sajad Mingare Ponde,
폰덴라.
Pondela.
폰덴스기도.
So near Musamari.
어떤 자가 막아지도.
Ponde?
Ponde, Phonday.
Ponde.
Ponde.
And what happened then?
And then I just stop Pondele.
되네 생이데 좀 무심머리는 맘 되네 지내 거리는 당수. 도마도리 미주주 중앙에 뭐 따과지 무슨 머리 생각다 몇만 벌어 들어좀 타.
The Musamari Tara.
땅
From Ponde, we were sent to Musamari
거리는 당수.
in vehicles.
And keep going, and then you can just tell the story then what happened when you got to Musa.
And this is Musamari and Kajis, the Musamari
무슨 머리는 되네 미자하자라 되네 농가 전부 저도와 민수 중기다. 담원에 드리 자라와 농가 전데 미자하자자 되네. 니마 딱 말이 시대에 미다 가지고 되는 팀이제 조단데 된 그렇잖아요. 또때
강마다 레슨제라 the Shungi.
또 강보로 야구 저기서 농가 공.
At Musamari, we were given ration and we were given house. And this is Kajis.
this 우랑 들으되었다. 나와 두신 주제 들어. 무슨 말아?
Two days there.
작수 그 레센센데.
2 days there.
네, 나와 두.
At Musamari, I stayed for about 6 or 7 months on government's leave.
And what kind of work did you do there?
When did the out which you?
그래서 내가 믿어 봐. 그냥 그래 피리 맹감 피리 대중금이 이제 이지다 같은데 때도 또 있잖아 또 때.
That time I don't work. Everything is free. Hospital free of cost. Everything. They used to give us even salt.
Yes, but how then for 6 or 7 months, how did you spend your days?
오늘 일단 내가 치고 말아. 아니 니만 드셔도 간데 스킨디에.
이제 같은데 되잖아. 야참 마참 되는 뉴트리션 좀 정도 열어와. 뭐 가서 가겠다. 강가 들어 좀 말아 무슨 말이야.
I used to roam, and there are lots of Tibetan peoples.
You used to roam? You mean you used to walk a lot?
먼저 빨라라다 약혐 막혐 진디야 고막에 야마 요청겨
kuma je yoyde chang ta su ngosim ba sulle mo ta ya chen ya ma je cha ra ba tin de na jang ngosim ba nung ba ji ba de jong me ba tin de ya ma to ke ji
I roam here and there and I search whether my relatives from Tibet are in Musamari or not.
Did you find any?
근데 일단 워싱턴은 투지 아니 야마
또 맞아 쉬울 맛이 쉬울 다와 두지 지 쉬울 때네 맞아 nung ba ji ba de ke les
I never saw any of them. After 6 months, I saw some villagers from my village.
And how did that make you feel to see people you knew?
And Palaram Washington, no matter where you get in Lera, and Palaram, the Sora can discuss in your
그 가부성 양지 때지 먼저 원심을 그렇게 두어와 그 컨데도스 받아야 다 법어다 되는 게 개미도 신장보란 된사서 다 완전 팁자지 탈서 라르강에 되지 저기 된배 레센 당나마도 지는 강아 중시에 봐주셔야지 좀을 그뭐 저렇게 되지 좀을 못 저렇게 되는데 시그도라 그래서 원심을 두디죠
Yeah, I was so happy to meet them, and they used to they told me the story how they escaped from Tibet. Sometimes they tell their experience, and they are cracking jokes. Sometimes it makes me cry. Sometimes it makes me laugh.
Yes, you heard all different kinds of experiences that people have.
먼저 딱 기무셔, 딱 기무 먼저 먼저 사도 왔어.
먼저 염주 쉬울 용어도 다 된다고 하고 그러와 먼저 그 강한테 중스 파셔 먼저 강한테 중 소시에 좀 가보다 좀 무이성을 근데 쳤어.
Yeah, they faced lots of problems who came after me. Sometimes I feel like crying, sometimes laughing.
Was there any story that you heard that you felt was the saddest of all?
발라랑이다 둠다든지 계제든지 고소해서 다 생각이 쉬든지 생각이 오게 되는 고소해.
근데 그거 맞아.
comment
맞아.
No.
Okay, so in Musamari, after 7 months of roaming around and meeting people and getting to know everyone, what happened after that?
또 무사마리라 나와 뒤인데라 또 워싱턴도 친 투라 디젤 카고할 좀 같이 써.
근데 그것도 그시 전에 다 공도 된데다 사자가사가나 시자된데라 우리 주가 더 먼저 장 뒤도 로충 주선다 힌디다 된데다 부유다 된데 얘기를 해도야 라브라톤 옛날 때 먼저 나와 숨제 줄때 되는 좀
Some people were sent to Gangtok, some to other places in Indian subcontinent to work as a road worker. And I was taught Hindi and Tibetan that time.
You were taught Hindi and Tibetan.
근데 발라라는 다 힌디다 비유되는 장이 봐.
장이 무슨 말이야?
Yes.
And why were you? For what purpose were you taught Hindi?
그래서 힌디 가르치려고 발라라나.
힌디라는 딱 보면서 매는 뭐 사당 투나 잡아지 파리에 지금 도구거와 기술자다 상다 시단의 등록권을 받는 대시 되기도 와.
They taught me Hindi because you have to know about the Indian traditions and cultures, and even sometimes they taught us about the cleanliness.
About hygiene, yeah. And did you see any or experience any sickness in these camps, or where people were suffering from disease?
근데 발라란 디주가 발라란에 데니다 니 미시만데니 나와데니 통수에 데라 무슨 말인데
무슨 말을 하면 나와다 시월을 때 생각해요 뭐 이제 표현이 용다 지된 투전 요마르와 미된도 표가다 갈라님 뭐 시사님 뭐 상반님 뭐 주로님 뭐 좀 사견샤르와 내가 제베는 뭐 손자 남자 뒤보러 사단답다 얘네 농부 살아가 얘네 미시부시자
차와다니 차와다니
차바 침부시고요 어디
lots of people passed away in Musamari. The number of people who died were countless, I think.
Really?
Because we eat old meats, old sambas, and one of the most thing is weather is very hot. Due to climatic conditions, a lot of people pass away.
And how did you feel when you saw all these people dying?
발라랑이다 무사마리 라이더다 미마무시와 통화다. 근데 발라랑 서로도 가르쳐 줬는데 생각이 간지도 있었어.
근데 이제 나 배바생 이제 반에서 용 상황 잡으면 건가지 그자다 소보 그 갈라님 뭐 세지 세워다 되는 성한테 거 대체 심벌을 두고도
I was sad because most of the people died because of the hygiene and all foods they have taken.
And so from Musamar, well, before I ask that, how did you deal with the change in the climate?
Palara namshi dineda julora da musamar tsoira. Palara namshi kangi lutese.
아까 때문에 뒤도 놓친 거 봐.
I didn't face any problem because I was young that time.
So from Musamari, where did you go?
The musamari la dus de mi mo shi jin thongra. Musamari jail called me palara.
무슨 뭐 줄을 양 완전 무슨 뭐를 보다 레센 도건 고다 고쳐 살아 봐. 민망제 등도다 도제님 간에 뭐 가고 조사를 봐. tel 상황은 저로 중중까지 지다. 등계 계제지든 빨리 보시는데 꿀이 주고 더.
Walipur.
빨리 보자. 야. 무슨 뭐게 파진 거리는 간다 숨도 줘서 자지도 돼. 꿀이 줘. 나가서 와.
Mostly, most of the people who stayed in Musamari were sent to other parts of India. So we were sent to Balipur
빨리 보.
to work as a road laborer.
As a road worker,
Yeah.
Balipur,
빨리 보.
Balingpur. And how long did you spend as a road worker?
Tabagila lamsuki watara Balipur la dela. Ondela logic deme tawajik deme khazus deme.
다들 가져 논일 하지.
I stayed there about 2 years.
2 years. And what were your feelings there? Were you happy, or were you wondering where you were going to end up?
Onde de palara chodo khane do pai chu de mene dungi lo tongse.
나 거기 드네 신나기를 잡아 그 송을 땅에 내가 내 제거로 봐. 내가 맞아는 님은 고문이래요 말에. 독생데.
There it's too hot and we have to stay in forest and there are lots of flies bit us.
So it was very difficult there.
Ani khado musamari da khado da kali dis kha chunda phagila.
원래 보통 내가 제거로 봐.
Bungi
내가
da
뭐
mara.
사야 요만.
At Balingpur we have to work. If we don't work then we'll be not getting 2 rupees per day. Which means
You wouldn't get paid if you didn't
Yeah.
work. Yes. So tell me again, how long were you in Balingpur?
Balingpur la kazus teme lonis
논일 하지 돼 인생.
about 2 years.
2 years. And so once again, after 2 years, then what happened?
The lonis Balingpur dera only diesel kazus called me.
뒤쪽에 되면 아주 로종 도마도 땅을 봐. 국주리니 더주지 인 파제. 로주지 진짜 죽지 되는 로종 뭐 담부 쪽. 막가 로종 쪽으로 봐. ATV 줘야 돼. ATV.
From Balingpur, I joined ITB. It's Indian Tibetan Border Police.
And this was a police force of Tibetans and Indians together?
Only the mangmi di the police do rather only gemi the pivas nyamdure sama.
많이 그거죠 볼.
Tibet,
그배 몸이 제가 그 로종 나고 막아나. ATV나.
Tibetan armies studying under the Indian government.
Okay, the Tibetan, okay, it was under the authority of the Indian government, but it was a Tibetan unit.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And why did you join that? Was there a particular reason?
Only the ITB village la jue gumsengara shungi tang so balaran suimbe.
슝그 땅을.
Ya shungi.
퇴쇼. 담은 거 쪽으로 봐.
I was sent by Tibetan government.
And why did they send you instead of other people? Was there a particular reason?
Mi shimamado che balaran onde kajin tang.
말이 맞으면 뭐 땅을.
Kajin tang ra.
그게 영조 봐. 재미를 갑자기 제가 그래서 로종 시야 땅을.
我选不着进当来。
그 시험받아.
啊，
안 땅을 잡으면 뭐요? 근데
There was at that time I was young, and there are lots of people who joined ITBV.
Mhm. And what did you think you would be doing in the ITTB?
Only the Balarangi Kariduch and do Kariduch ITBV.
Tibet Oral History Project, Juma Jagdanda, then that Kari Sixty Sidanda, Chigi, Proton to Ganchi Yorova, Tindu the Lorava. Teach it, what I'm not told me, that is it, because you're worth. That Lochum can get the word.
They taught us how to fight, how to handle guns, how to handle the weapons.
Yes. Did you think that then at some point you would be able to go back and fight the Chinese?
When the Palaranda in the Jiangxi, Paranja, Kela do, Giminim Zingan, and Kuga Ragged something.
Regular sounds.
Yeah, I thought that I'll get a chance to fight with China.
And how big was this unit that you were in? How many people?
Palaranda, Sejora, Gashujara, on Chile, Migazur,
Me telling me, that's what it is.
Gashura, Migazishura.
Chirayo, that look for a lot of Chigorova. That sounds like people can go Lochum, can get you now to work.
In one unit, it consists of about 120 army.
120?
Yeah.
Okay. And so for what period of time, how long were you in the border unit?
On the IDB, la Kazus Timber, logistic Kazus, the Wazis Timber.
It's basing at a lot doing it.
I trained, I stayed in ITB for 7 years.
7 years.
For junior.
You found a home in ITB.
On the Lessus Langlo Tonsada. Lord Union is Langlo Tonsa.
Now that was it.
It's like home to me.
Yeah, I can hear. If you stayed that long. And when you left the army, why did you leave?
When the Bagishara, Bagishan, the Salimbaldora, Kajin Chamber, so retired Seremina, so the Washington Chamber.
My young.
Peggy Yura, the IDB will demo, Cousin Demo, Gimsingara.
ITB and that Magachi Yorova, Maga Ama Yorova, Maga Amatilatinia, was Postan.
Then I was transferred to another place, to the main army camp.
And you stayed in the army?
The one is in the Maga Ama del Tara, Delta Mangichin Dera. Yes.
How many more years?
No, other than the
Maga
Mangichin. For 20 years.
20 years, you did have a home.
Now do that, only or now listen.
Takaresina, Gamil Kapija, regular some dus tereva. I didn't Kapija, social loching your loching the Shaji, China Galona, watching a Yoraba. China social Takashi were watching me that she get in the Karakayne, Lajata, Saka, Tunya, Takuya, watching Yoraba, was it thing to go to some jail.
That time, I thought that I would fight back with China because Indian government support us.
But after 20 years in the army, did you still think you would be fighting? You get a chance to fight China?
The Lonishu Mangmi Dera, Mangmi Desert, Tandu Jelminet, and the Gaminam Zinga Raggers and Kugap Raggers, some of that.
Regular some day.
Yes.
Yeah. So after 20 years, did you retire from the army, or why did you leave?
The Lonishu Mangmi Dera, the retired says also Tangan to Yura.
The long of you machine at the moment, they show me.
Long of you, the retired Sarah.
Madame.
I was 51 and I was retired.
You retired. And then how did you get to Bailakupe?
Belugul can just name it.
Belako will judge to go to the thing at the Punjab teacher in New York.
I reached Belugul in 89. One of my relatives is here.
One of your relatives is here. During all the time you were in the army, did you ever marry?
Mangmil Lonishu de IDB and Lodin Dera, and the chance of game.
John making it, but Pearl drove some time. My dad drove some time.
No, I haven't married because I always thought that I would go back and fight with China.
But once you came to Bailakupe, did you marry here?
Belugul and chance of game.
Don't make him. Lochung and part reaction on you do it, Jagal de some tuna much into the Lochung Yorba.
No, no, I was young that time, and I always think of returning back to Tibet.
Are you still thinking of returning to Tibet?
Tanda any pela do was some of the Kurbude.
담미도 달로 때 독주리고 차차르더니 그 캔서가 내.
Now I lost hope. Now I'm about 60, 69, and I'm here in old age home.
And if you could return to Tibet, what would you do?
Kisi pela do I do Shraudina, Karisare Pildo.
아 저도 도토서 말은 넘치 상물에. 단념만 로얄 도와시오신 도토마서.
Before I wanted to go, now I think I can't go there because it's too cold in Tibet.
It's too cold for you, and you've adjusted here to the climate.
Yeah.
How has life been for you here in Balakute?
One day, the Mangmin Mate Belulera, only music country to skew the country.
미도 보면은 that's 저 메시지 송사데 사야 통야 강자진의 기부자 남시 기부도와 진행진의 생에도 로타바지 로주든들레
What you think for that?
그거 대주체군에
Here, Belakute, I didn't face any food or clothing problems, and now it's 17 years I'm in Belakute,
Yes, 17 years.
and the weather is nice.
Now you like it. And do you feel that this may be a difficult question to translate, but we'll try anyways? Do you feel that there is any contradiction between your being raised in a monastery and being a religious person, and then being turned into a fighter and a person wanting to fight?
Tadi kebaru tongse tawal dera, tadi ne mami chira, and ne the mazingra, on the parallel kebaru tongse in the Kari kebaru de.
그 로충진 가라데 징야다리레 바지는 기부다 이도와 도시에 된 다 록첨부샤는 다 징야다리레 몇번야 잡자 로충 제버진들 보라 들어와도
But the kebar the goba dera, Tawachini, the mami chin dera, Magara, the Tawachin did the mami chin did the Tanda mi gengochin dera, and for kebagardo.
제발 몸을 대주디 개발해야 돼. 아니 기부도와 저거야고 여러 개. 한 말은 저거도 딱 저거랬잖아.
In army, I was happy because I have good health. Now I'm becoming weaker and weaker.
I'll try again with the question. Do you think being in the army and going to fight is very different from the teachings you learned in the monastery?
Mamila Magyora, only the any Gombalin Pejamura, on the Renita, you kebaru tunde, Kakaru tunde, Chibaru tunde.
뭔가 비자자야 되고 비자신은 야고를 봐 비자신은 마실 기행 거기 된 거와 몸이나 시작 거기 당하여 말 소리 징도는 진 그래도는 저 저는 가르치는 기우여로 같은
In monastery, we have to learn holy scriptures. If we don't, then the teacher will beat us. In army, we have to fight the enemy. If we fight, then it's good. If we don't want, then we can run. It's all up to us. There is no one to scold us.
So it sounds like you were scolded more in the monastery than you were in the army.
The Mangmi lady the Gomba lady any Yedada and Kaju in Manga rice of Dasa. Yes.
That's very interesting. What do you know now of your family in Tibet? Have you ever learned anything?
The Nami is failure of Palaraj.
거래.
One is called La Chicoje and the Keja do that in the Koje.
근데 가고야 민도 나니 신이 되는 바 카바르가 당가신 파 두고 있어 말 카바트 뭐 국교를 봐.
I don't know about them. But still, last year I tried to call them, but it's not working because my family lives in a remote area.
Mm-hmm. So, do you know if they are alive or not? If anyone is alive?
Palara Namidine Pagila Devreda.
아바마요 말이. 답변장을 하는 중앙 텐데
My parents passed away, but and I think that my youngers are still there in Tibet.
Your brothers and sisters, yeah.
진짜 중앙이가 근데 되어라 별라.
진짜 충분히 돼요. 가만 요만.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you were healthier and younger, would you still want to fight the Chinese now?
이제 단다 빨라라 수부 되어요나. 로 셴바이나. 단다 심슈여에서 예민님도 중요하라.
좀 저 저거 다가 있는 승주요.
If I'm healthy and young, I have the spirit to fight with China.
And what advice would you like to give the younger generation of Tibetans you think they need to know?
자, 뭐 배우 sensa지 줘라. 언제라 뜻발라란 게 실랍자도 야외나. 또 군주라 하고나 랍자도 가리겠어요. 뭐 배우 sensa지라.
나랍자도 저는 로중지 저는 로중 야고 치. 소소는 뭐 삼무 야고 땅이었어. 그냥 저는 야고 치시야 돼.
I would say that study hard and think about Tibet all the time and be a good man.
What do you think needs is most precious about Tibet that must be preserved for the future?
다 대바지 지겨라다. 그리니 순교 지혜시다. 짜치셔도다 순교 지혜도 줘라. 다 가리도 숨어도 왔어. 순교 치고 해야 돼. 저들이 좀 가리니 지 순교 치고라. 가리 순교 치네 하고 통도.
소소는 농부에 가르쳐 그래. 정말서야 다 저기 신경전 좀 성교시야. 의다든 좀 성교시야. 근데 생각.
I will tell them to preserve the animals in Tibet.
The animals?
Yeah, wild animals.
Oh, I've never heard that before. Which wild animals?
심지어 숨겹치 올라마. 심지어 가리 숨겹치 올라세.
또 진짜 자 치워지 세미조 지요로와
괜찮으시나?
심gen은 다리다도 자 치워지요로와 세미조 다다 저다 근데 생각이 요로와 니에 생각도 어떤저도
For example, there are precious animals like tiger, antelope.
Antelope, yeah. Oh, really? And no, this is very interesting. And when you were younger, did you see these animals in Tibet when you were a child or younger?
근데 발라라 로 셴바이디가라 타디조 통수에서 에너지 심제디조 근데 안다 숨겹치고 내다
다다 시든도 통수
따다 시 통수에
통수 니에 생각도 된다 저 생각도 통만이
I saw tiger, lion, but I haven't seen antelope.
Yes. And that must have made a very big impression on you.
근데 통교도 이제 발라라 탄다 빼지시도 왔어. 그리는 수교 빼자도 왔어. 통교도 빼 거우충도 왔어.
그 다다 시든도 전수 통만 인지 우리가 뿌리 장기 약고든도 전수 뭐세는 약고도 오세요.
Yes, they are beautiful animals, and it's good if the human beings don't kill them.
Do you still think about those animals at all?
근데 다 심지어 니마 통교도 저라 별라. 근데 삼등교에 심지어 누구라.
som당에 뭐 매수 주진도 때문다가도
Yes, I think about them. Even I go to Mysore Zoo.
You'd like to go to the zoo?
Zoo there, there's a zoo there.
Huh.
Yes.
So, this is so nice. So, for you, the most important thing is the natural environment of Tibet that if I understand correctly, in which the spirit of Tibet lives among these animals.
그것이 땡이 가르 삼줄라나다 그거지요라. 다 프로예윤주다. 프로 그거 심주다 가리네 뜻이 겨라 삼주도 오늘 프로 심진나라도 여러 아주 그랬어. 그래. Yes.
Yes. And which animal do you think you are most like?
빨라라 심신 망쇼 가르를 그 딸그도 시그도 가리그도.
가야지.
심지 그인인지 쇼도 통다.
심지어 이야가 다다 시다 뿌리 이야가 된
찍다고. 심지 다. 가이드.
Very good.
빼야고. Yes,
How are you like a tiger, do you think?
딱 가진 게 있었어.
나 생전 뿌리 야구 좋아하잖아.
그래야고도
뿌리 야구 좋아하더라. 레몬 야구 좋아하더라.
they have a good fur with good design.
Perfect design.
Perfect
Yeah.
design. Okay, well, that's very, very interesting. And
때하고 계속해서 더 내리.
thank you very much for sharing your story. And please sit for a while. We have just a few things to do.
this come on this show. And I was the last month in